Hey friends of the twins, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be decorated for Christmas here in my living room. This is Rhonda, and Shonda and I, we've kind of taken a little bit of a break from filming. We've actually been gone about 14, maybe 15 days. So we're happy to be back. We missed y'all. We hope that y'all missed us too. So starting out the Christmas decorating here, this is a space that has basically been looking like this for the entirety of the 3 years that we've been here, and y'all, I'm kind of tired of looking at it. I do want to make some changes, so we're going to be rearranging the furniture a little bit and adding in some Christmas decor. This is how the room has looked with the accents of green. It has been this way since the summertime and then on into the fall, so we're going to actually be changing that also. I also have some other plans for this room, in particular this wall where the television is, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. Not only am I working on my Christmas decor in the living room, but I have also started out in my sunroom, and as you all probably know, that is the room that I spend the majority of my time in. So I will definitely be decking the halls out there. I do have some new Christmas decor. I have a Christmas tree, and I also have two new 9-foot pieces of garland. Both of them are pre-lit. They have the color changing lights on them that is controlled with a remote control. They're also slightly flocked, and they have the holly berries on them. I think that these are going to be so pretty out here when I'm all finished with the decorating. I particularly wanted to be sure to decorate out here in the sunroom because this is the place that I spend the majority of my time at. Now, as far as the living room, I do sit in there from time to time and watch movies, but y'all, my kids use the living room all the time. Here's my new Christmas tree. It is a 7.5-foot flocked pencil tree. Y'all let me know if anyone else is kind of like me. I think over the last couple of years, I have really just kind of fallen in love with the pencil trees. I like the fact that they don't take up a lot of space. They don't project as far out into the room. You don't have to have a whole lot of space, but y'all, when they are decorated, they are just so pretty. Both the tree and the garlands were gifted to me by Shericon. I'm going to have the garland, the tree, as well as the website down in the description box. Shericon is an online website that sells seasonal decor. They have a lot of different varieties of Christmas trees. They have those that are made out of spruce, the ones that are fir, they have flocked, they have non-flocked, pre-lit. My new tree is going to be perfect sitting right here in front of this door that leads out onto the back deck. Now, I'm not concerned with blocking this door. We also have access to the deck from inside of the living room. I decided to put it here because when you enter into this sunroom coming from the outside, this will be like the first thing that you'll see. This tree comes with 300 warm white lights on it, and it also has the bulb. You know, you can change it out should I want it to blink. I almost forgot to tell y'all that if you're a new user to the website at Shericon, they have a discount code for you, and it will give you 20% off of your first purchase. I'll have that down in the description box as well. Here's a look at what I've gotten done so far. I have gotten my garland hung up and gotten the tree placed. I will be back out here to finish this up probably tomorrow. We're working today to get the living room done, and then we just mosey right along. We'll head on out to the sunroom. And like I mentioned before, the garland does come with a remote control, and it is battery operated. You will need 3 C batteries for each garland, and so I only had 3. That's why I don't have the other one lit up. You have about 8 different modes you can set your lights on for the different frequencies of the blinking and the color of the lights, and you can also set the timer. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, friends of the twins, my grandbaby is on her way over here. Y'all have met her before. She's 4 years old. She is going to have a ball when she sees the Christmas tree up, and of course she's gonna get the remote and play with the lights. This is just making it all so exciting for me. I'm just getting so excited. I can't wait to see her face. And now we're going to head on back into the living room, and I'm going to start here in this corner because I actually already know kind of where I want to put this black cabinet, and I also have something up my sleeve as to what I'm going to replace this cabinet with. Alright, friends of the twins, I've been keeping a secret, and here it is. I've been keeping this secret since July. I believe it was July 7th when I found this at a thrift store, and she had it marked at $250, and I asked her if she would take $230, and she did. I'm so glad that she was willing to give me a little discount on it. It's really worth the $250, but you know how it is, y'all. When you're out thrifting, you always want to feel like you're getting a deal, so any little discount off makes you feel good, and that's all that was. But it is something that I have been wanting for a while. I have wanted me a bar cart since forever and a day, and I have run into plenty of them at Home Goods. But y'all, you've heard me say it before, it is really true about me. I am a big and a bold kind of girl, and I did not want those little bitty bar carts that I've been seeing at Home Goods. I feel like some of them, you know, look at them, they'd be $250, $300. Yes, they would be pretty. They would be gold. Sometimes they would have, most times they would have a piece of glass on the top. But I just didn't feel like, you know, they would, you know, it's just little. So I just didn't feel like it was worth it. I held out until I found something that I really liked. Now, this is an indoor-outdoor cart. But as soon as I looked at it, I knew that it was going to be my bar cart. And I love it because it is wrought iron, and here on top is a marble. It has a glass shelf right here, and there's no glass there, but I might actually, I think I'm gonna have me a piece cut, either glass or maybe some plexiglass. I don't know. Y'all, can you have glass cut at Home Depot? Well, you know what, I know where a glass shop is. I think I'm gonna have me a piece of glass cut to put here. It was a wonderful find for me. Like I said, I've been wanting a bar cart for forever. This one actually rolls, and I really love it because it is unique. I am going to have to give it a little bit of a makeover. I'm going to be changing the color. Now, the day that I got it, I had to leave it, and I came back the next day in the truck so that I could pick it up. But here is my little tag that they had on it. So y'all see here that I actually bought it on the 5th, not even the 7th of July. It was the 5th of July, and I picked it up the next day. Before we get started with the changes in here, getting ready for Christmas, I realized that I never did show y'all what I did in here for the fall. I never did do like a fall tour or share this room. So this was my display here on the coffee table. And this is all I did. For my bar cart makeover, I'm going to be using my little handheld cordless paint sprayer. And friends, I have shared this with y'all before. So this portion of the video is not sponsored. Not this time, but it was sponsored some videos back. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all about this again because I really do love this cordless sprayer. It is so easy for me to manage. Now, I do have a larger, you know, the big paint sprayer. I'm talking about the big professional paint sprayer that you would use just say if you wanted to paint the exterior of your house. But this one is perfect for me as a home enthusiast, somebody that likes to do little DIY projects, and that's why I wanted to be sure and tell y'all about it. Again, this one came from AXIA Tools, and it comes in 3 different colors. And on this day, friends of the twins, when Shuggy pulled up, I was already outside getting my DIY on. He came up, and the first thing he said was that I was getting such a smooth, even coat. And so next thing I know, he kind of just took over. But no problem at all. We can both work together for the common greater good. And it did. It gave it a beautiful finish, and I was finished so quickly. Can you imagine how long it would have taken me had I spray painted? That I probably would have spray painted before I hand painted. The paint that I ended up using has the primer in it, so we gave it 2 coats, and I did let it dry overnight just to make sure that, you know, that it was good and dry. with the new furniture layout, and I didn't really move that many pieces of furniture around, but the ones that I did end up moving around made such a big impact. When I tell you, Shonda walked into the room and she's like, "Rhonda, this room feels bigger." I've been anxious to bring out my black swans. I hope y'all remember them. I shared them in a haul with you. It was right at the beginning of the fall season, and I couldn't wait. I knew that I was going to hold on to them. And although they came out in the fall with the fall decor, to me, when I looked at them, they looked like Christmas decor to me. So they have taken their place majestically here, accented around the coffee table, and I am just in love with it. Then when we take a look over here at my floor mirror, I just accented it with all of the Christmas bells and whistles. These are things that I mainly already had. Some of these larger gold ornaments, if you all remember when they had that pop-up Christmas shop here in Atlanta, well, that's where those came from, and I've been so excited also to get those out and to finally start playing around with those. And now as we take a look at my new bar cart, oh, I am so excited. I'm so excited to have it, and also excited to share with you all finally what I did with my new candle warmer and my pretty books that I shared with y'all in a haul recently. Also, remember the books that I shared with the gold embossed pages? Well, that is them that I have the candle warmer sitting on. The horse is from a haul months ago. It was during the summer that I found that, and I hadn't done anything with it until now, and it seems like it was just a perfect centerpiece for that top shelf. I also brought out a lot of my glassware that I'm not even sure you all have seen these pieces. The black and gold decanter with the matching glasses, as well as my leopard print glasses. All of these things I kind of just had on standby, waiting for the perfect time to bring them out. And so as we look at this part of the living room, you really begin to see the different layout of the furniture. I just simply moved the black cabinet over to this wall, and it looks so much better to me. The biggest thing though, y'all, is taking these high back chairs and putting them on either side of the television. I never would have thought to do that, but I really didn't feel like I had much of a choice. The high back chairs did not look good in front of my big gold mirror on that wall where the love seat is. And now when I look back on how I had the furniture placed before, the high back chairs, it worked, but looking back, it seems as if they were a little bit compacted to me. So the new layout just seems to bring the room together and makes it all one cohesive space. Before, it kind of felt like I had two separate conversation areas, and now I feel like the entire living room is one inclusive space. I have tried the high back chairs in front of the window, and my family almost ran me out of the house, particularly the kids. They like having, the sofa in front of the television. And when we take a closer look at this area, I have enjoyed so much, y'all, having these beautiful lanterns on the wall. I got these from an interior decorator many, many years ago, 15 years ago, but it's time for them to come down. I do not like them over the high back chairs. I don't think that would be very comfortable. I wouldn't want to have something like that over my head if I was sitting there. And also with this wall here, I am going to do an accent wall here. And I do have an idea too of what I'd like to do here. I'm just trying to figure out what is going to work best here in this space. If everything works out well, fingers crossed, I would love to have it done before the Christmas holiday. This is the extent of the Christmas decorating that I'm going to do in the living room this year, friends of the twins. I have decided not to put a Christmas tree here. I'm going to focus mainly on the sunroom. I probably have another tree probably in my formal dining room. So there is plenty of Christmas decorate. Y'all, I'm just now getting started. I'm so excited. I think that what I've done in here fits the space perfectly. The living room seems so much bigger. It was already kind of a nice size, but now it just feels even bigger. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight's video. Y'all join us again really soon. We're either going to be at Mom's house decorating her door. She has already called, y'all. She is on our tails. Y'all remember we were late decorating over there for the summer, and we thought we made up for it by decorating pretty early for the fall. We're either going to be there at Mom's house, or we're going to be out in the sunroom putting the final touches or the finishing touches on the Christmas decorating out there. As always, friends of the twins, you make the life that you live a life that you love, because life is short. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.